Okay, so for supplies, we will be needing 3 different colors of size 5 bulky yarn. This is the Big Twist Posh yarn in the color Croissant. This is from Hobie Baby Snuggles. This is Hobie Black Friday chenille yarn, but just use any size 5 or size 6 yarn that you have. I'm using a 4.5mm crochet hook, darning needle, a keychain hardware if you want to make it into a keychain. The safety eyes I have are 8mm big, and you need scissors and as well as polyfill stuffing. Okay, so first we have to make a magic circle. If you need a more in-depth tutorial of the magic circle, please click on this video right here because I have a more in-depth tutorial. It's slower, easier to follow, and I'm also giving you an alternative in case the magic ring is not working out for you. Okay, so let me demonstrate really quickly. I hold my yarn like this. My pointer finger is between the 2 yarns. These 2 fingers will go behind into this loop. My left hand now twists forward like this. These 2 fingers will grab this yarn and pull through the loop like so. Hold it right here. My left hand will pinch these sections right here and my right hand will let go. Now you have 2 circles, the top and the bottom. You take your crochet hook and you put it through the top hole. Then you're going to chain 1 like so, and you're going to flip the circle horizontally. So just go like this. Okay, and you have just made your magic circle. Again, if you need more help, please click on this link right here. Okay, now we have to put 6 single crochets inside of this magic circle. Let me show you how to make a single crochet. So insert your hook through the hole, yarn over, pull it back the same way that you came in, like so. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both loops. That is 1 single crochet. We need to put 6 inside of this magic circle. So just keep repeating the steps until you have 6. Now I have 6, and let's really quickly, let's count. You see these V's right here. Those are tops of the single crochet. So we just have to count 6 V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And now we're going to take the tail and we're going to pull because this will cinch the magic circle closed. Okay, so once you pull the tail, there shouldn't be a hole here anymore. Everything should be cinched together. Then you're going to look for the first single crochet that you made, which is right here, your first V, and you're going to make a slip stitch. So you insert your hook under that V, yarn over, pull it through that V, and then pull it through the loop on your hook. That is a slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain 1. So basically, after every row, I do a slip stitch and then a chain 1 to start the next row. But if you're using a stitch marker, you can just skip the slip stitch and chain 1 and then use that stitch marker instead. Okay, so for row number 2, we're going to make 6 increases. An increase just means 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. Okay, so our first increase will be right here. 1, 2 single crochets. Then move on to the next stitch and do 2 more. Okay, after this row, you should have 12 single crochets overall. And it's a good thing to make sure that you're counting so that you can keep track of whether you did the row correctly or not. Okay, I just did my 12 single crochets. I'm going to slip stitch and chain 1. For row number 3, we're going to repeat the pattern of 1 single crochet, increase, 1 single crochet, increase. Okay, 1 single crochet, next increase. And you should end up with 18 stitches in this row. Now, for rows 4 and 5, all you have to do is single crochet all the way around. So this is 18 single crochets. Make sure you have 18 when you're done. Slip stitch, chain 1, do another row of 18, slip stitch, chain 1. Okay, so that's 2 rows. So just single crochet all the way around. Okay, so I just finished doing rows 4 and 5, and this is how your dog should look like now. For the next row, we're going to be doing the first 2 legs, okay? So first, we're going to do 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now it's time for the first leg. The leg is basically a bobble stitch, which is 5 incomplete double crochets. Let me demonstrate. So first, you're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over again, pull it back out, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's your first incomplete double crochet. Again, yarn over, insert into the exact same stitch, yarn over, pull it back out, yarn over, pull through 2. That is your second incomplete double crochet. You just need 3 more. Okay, that's number 3. Insert, this is all in the exact same stitch, okay? 2, okay, 1 last. Okay, so you know that you did it correctly if there are 6 loops on your hook. Then you're gonna yarn over, pull through all 6 loops. I'm using my finger to just push this bobble stitch up so that it could be more of a bump. And this is your first leg done. As you can see, it's very cramped in here because we have to make kind of like a bunched up stitch for the leg. Okay, now we're gonna make 4 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this next stitch is going to be the other leg. So repeat exactly what you did here for the bobble stitch. Okay. There you go. Now you've just made 2 of the legs. Now you have 5 single crochets left of this row. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slip stitch and chain 1. Now for the next stitch, all we have to do is single crochet all the way around. So that's 18 stitches, okay? Okay, I just did my row of just single crochets right here. Now for this next row, we have to do the last 2 legs, okay? First, you're going to make 8 single crochets. Now that you're here, you're going to make a bobble stitch here for the 3rd leg. You should know how to make a bobble stitch by now. Okay, now we're going to make 3 single crochets before making the last leg. 1, 2, 3. And then just make your last bobble stitch right here. Okay, once you made your last leg, just do 5 more single crochets and you should be done with this row. Okay, this is how it should start to look like now. Now for the next row, we have to make the tail. So first you're going to make a single crochet. On the next stitch, we're gonna make a bobble stitch again, but this time just with 4 incomplete double crochets instead of 5, just so that the tail is a little bit smaller than the legs. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Then all you have to do is just single crochet the rest of the way. So there should be 16 more stitches left until you're done this row. Okay, now we're finally onto our very last row. Okay, but before we do our last row, let me just remove my crochet hook because I want to attach the eyes. Okay, so in this section right here, which is 1, 2, 3, between rows 3 and 4, I'll attach my first eye. Then the other eye should be right here. Okay, between rows 3 and 4 and about 2 to 3 stitches apart. Then just make sure you place the backing. Okay, now let's finish the last row. For this last row, we're going to repeat the pattern of 1 single crochet, decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease. Okay, let me demonstrate. First, you make your single crochet as normal. On the next one, we'll do a decrease. Let me show you how. First, you're going to insert your hook through this stitch, the next stitch basically, yarn over, pull it back out. Then you're going to look for the next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull it back out. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. That is a decrease. Then again, repeat the pattern, 1 single crochet, and then decrease again. So let me demonstrate. Okay. So just go all the way around and you should end up with just 12 stitches left on the last row. Okay, so now you can tell that the last row made the hole here even smaller. okay, because we're now gonna close our plushie. So once you're done the last row, put your plushie down. I leave a long tail because I need to sew the thing close. Okay. Okay, then we're now gonna stuff our plushie. Okay, so once you're happy with how you stuffed it, we're going to now close the hole in the bottom. Okay, so this is how I sew my plushies closed. I'm going to insert this only through the front loop right here. You can see that's the V. I'm only going through the front. Outside going in, and then inside going out, also in the front loop, like so. Okay, then you're just going to repeat it all the way around. In, and then out. Okay, I'll go all the way around. Now all you have to do is pull, and it should close very seamlessly. Okay, then just tie a knot and hide your tail. Okay, now our dog doesn't really look like a dog yet. It looks more like a potato, so we gotta fix that. We gotta make the ears now. Okay, set this aside. Take your darker yarn, and we're going to make a slip knot. So it's very similar to a magic circle, but it should be a lot easier. You're going to lay your yarn like this. Same thing as before, your pointer fingers between the two. My right two fingers will go behind right here. My left hand will twist forward. These two fingers will grab this yarn and pull all the way until you make a loop, like so. You're going to take your crochet hook, insert it into the loop, and just adjust it so it's not so big. Then you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's a little bit difficult to see because the yarn is very dark. But on the second chain from your loop right here, we're going to make a half double crochet. So you yarn over, insert your hook into the second chain right here. Hold on. Right here. Yarn over, pull it back out again. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. And then on this last one, the last chain, we're just going to make a normal single crochet. Okay? Like so. And then you chain 1, set it down, cut the yarn from like about this long. Okay? Then just pull this upwards. And there you go. This is one ear. You just have to repeat the same steps to make the other ear. Okay, once you're done your 2 ears, we can now attach them to our little pug. Okay, so you're gonna take your crochet hook and you're gonna go into row number 2 and you're going to insert it where you want the ear to be. So I'm gonna put it right here. This is the second row, and then I go 2 stitches and then I exit right here like that. So there's 2 stitches right here. Then I'm gonna take the ear, one of the tails, I hook it, and then I use the hook to pull it all the way to the other side, like so. Okay, pull it all the way. Now all you have to do is take the 2 tails and make a double knot. Okay, so this is 1 knot, and then tie it again. Okay, and now your ear is actually attached. All you now have to do is take these 2 tails using your darning needle. You're just gonna hide it inside of the body. Basically, I just go in through this hole as well. Pull it all the way to the other side, like so. And that is 1 ear done. Just repeat whatever you did here to the other side. Okay, so now that the ears are attached, now we have to do the details of the snout area. First, we're going to take the pink yarn. This will be the tongue, and we're just gonna sew a line right down the middle here. Okay, let me show you. Will be right here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 below row number 4, and then we're just gonna go to row number 3 straight up like this. Okay, then we'll take the darker yarn, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through this top one first. Okay, this, wherever the pink was, you go through there, pull up, then you're gonna insert it in this space right here and come out the other side right there. Okay, then I'm just gonna go back to this top area and exit again over here like so. Go up again and exit through here Don't pull it too tight. You do need some of the yarn to show, okay? And lastly, just gonna go back through this top area like so, okay? And there you go, that's the snout done. The last thing we have to do is just attach the keychain hardware. If yours is different from mine, then you could just attach it however, whichever way that works, okay? I'm using a ball bead chain. This is from Amazon. Okay, there you have it. That is it for the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed making this little pug keychain. If you have any questions, just comment them down below. Also, any like requests or suggestions, then just comment them as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.